Hello, I'm Dr. Jamie Turndorf, and if you're watching this video, I know it's because your heart is hurting over a major loss. Loss of a partner, spouse, sibling, close friend, or a child. Even though you can't see any light at the end of the tunnel, I promise you that there is a way out of the despair you're feeling. And I'm going to help you toss out the tissues, get up off the couch, and start enjoying life again. And believe me, I know the knifing pain of loss, and I know what it feels like to think that the person you adore is lost to you forever. My beloved husband of 27 years, Jean Pain, was ripped from me by a fatal bee sting while we were vacationing in Italy in 2006. And at first I thought my world was over, and I actually wanted to die and join him in the spirit world. But Jean's astonishing after-death manifestations, often in front of witnesses, have shown me that he was and is right beside me, as are your loved ones in spirit. My experiences with Jean in spirit form have led me to create my groundbreaking new trans-dimensional grief therapy method that totally diverges from the Western approach, grieve, let go, and move on, which only leaves the bereaved at an even greater loss. Instead, my method shows you how to communicate with your loved ones in spirit without the assistance of a medium, channeler, or psychic. As a professional psychotherapist, I know that loss is one of the most painful experiences we face. I also know that millions of people harbor unfinished business with the deceased. Western grief therapy offers us no way of making peace with the deceased, but through my own experience of loss and the remarkable manifestations I've experienced, I've created a revolutionary new online course to help you reconnect and make peace, if needed, with your loved one. In my new 8-week Love Never Dies online course, based on my best-selling Hay House book, Love Never Dies, How to Reconnect and Make Peace with the Deceased, I teach you how to reconnect with your loved ones in spirit and transform your grief to joy by using my trans-dimensional grief therapy method. In 8 short weeks, you will no longer need to buy industrial packs of tissues. You won't be scarfing gallons of ice cream to numb the pain. You won't be collapsed on the couch or weeping over old photo albums, or propping yourself up with visits to mediums, which only offer a temporary fix while draining your pockets. After 8 weeks, you'll experience the joy that can only come from resuming your relationship with your loved ones in spirit. During this course, I'll show you how to reconnect with your loved ones in spirit and say goodbye to the physical body of a loved one who was taken from you suddenly. I'll show you how to obtain support and guidance from those in spirit, and how to use my dialoguing with the departed technique to heal any lingering hurt, sadness, anger, or grudges that didn't get worked through before your loved one left his or her body. By the time you complete this online course, your relationship will not only be better than when your loved one was on earth, but you'll also be able to love again and regain a life that is full of joy and happiness. I assure you, your loved ones do not want you to suffer or stay stuck in grief. What they want is for you to realize that they are always with you. If you don't already know me, I'm internationally known as Dr. Love, having founded the award-winning AskDrLove.com, the web's first relationship advice site since 1995. I'm also the host of the syndicated radio show Ask Dr. Love, which is broadcast in 80 countries worldwide. I also host a Hay House radio show, Love Never Dies, the most listened to hour on the Hay House network. I hold a doctorate in psychology, and in addition to my books and media career, I have been working directly with patients for over 30 years. I'm the author of several books, including Kiss Your Fights Goodbye, which presents my proven conflict resolution method that's been endorsed by leaders in psychology, and Love Never Dies, which became an overnight bestseller. Reed Tracy, CEO of Hay House Publishing, said he's never seen anything like my trans-dimensional grief therapy method. My method shows you how to say hello, not goodbye, to your loved ones in spirit. Using my unique and groundbreaking technique, dialoguing with the departed, I'll show you how to engage in a back and forth, two-sided dialogue between you and your loved ones in spirit. So you know a little bit more about my background, I was raised by 2 atheist parents who taught me to not believe in God or the afterlife. In fact, the only religion my parents practiced was religiously hating each other. My husband, on the other hand, was for most of his life one of the most famous Jesuit priests in history. He eventually left the Jesuit order and the priesthood and was recruited by Vassar College to serve as the chair of the Department of Sociology. I met him on the first day of my freshman year, at which time he had already been the chair of the department for 10 years. Within a couple of weeks, we knew. We were perfect for each other, twins separated at birth. For the next 27 years, Jean and I were inseparable, and we rejoiced in every moment we spent together. The moment Jean was ripped from his body due to the bee sting, he began appearing to me. His over-the-top manifestations to this day have proved to me that we don't die and our relationships aren't meant to end in death. Since August 2015, I've been bringing my transdimensional grief therapy method to the bereaved at my live and virtual Love Never Dies 4-hour retreats, which I offer at my home in Millbrook, New York. Here are some of the experiences people shared about Love Never Dies and my transdimensional grief therapy method. During these retreats, we only had 4 hours together, so imagine what's possible for you after our 8-week journey. I'll also be working with you personally during my 2 live group calls I'll host in this course, so you learn how to use my revolutionary techniques for reconnecting with your loved ones. The reason for Jean's amazing manifestations is simple. He told me right after he left his body, "Jamie, let our love shine like a torch that lights the path for others." In other words, Jean's manifestations aren't just for me. They're for you too, to let you know that your loved ones are right beside you, just waiting for you to open the door of your heart. Here are some more testimonials from people who have been healed using my transdimensional grief therapy method. I'm going to read them to you. When my son committed suicide, I was so worried that he had gone to hell, I started taking sleeping pills and drinking, and I collapsed, hit my head, and had a brain bleed. The hospital sent me to a grief therapist who told me to let go of him, which got me more depressed. Then, thank God, I found Dr. Turndorf, who showed me how to reconnect with my son. What a relief to find out that he is not in hell and is actually happy. Working with Dr. T has brought me such peace and healing. Lillian B. My light wasn't working in the garage, and even the electricians couldn't fix it. I started working with Dr. Turndorf, and she taught me how to talk with my husband. One day, I asked him to fix the light, and he did. Then a week later, I couldn't find my car title. I had searched the house and 50 unpacked boxes in my garage. Again, I asked my husband for help, and he led me right to it. I am so grateful to Dr. T for helping me reconnect with my husband, which has literally saved my life. Ellie C. I was so depressed that in the 2 years since my husband's death, I hadn't received a single sign. One day, I begged him to help me reconnect with him. My eyes were instantly pulled to a newspaper article that Bernie Siegel, MD, had written about Dr. T and Love Never Dies. I reached out to her immediately, and that was the day my life changed. She helped me open up and see all the signs I've been dismissing. Now, I'm not only not depressed anymore, I feel joy knowing my husband is here with me. Maria S. It was Easter, and my husband awoke me from a sound sleep. He had turned on Dr. T's show on Hay House Radio. He told me to start working with her. That was the beginning of my life with him in spirit. Dr. T taught me and the kids how to reconnect and dialogue with him. The kids are happy again to have their dad back. And as for me, my husband is so close to me. We even share Friday date night again, and I'm glowing. I'm so thankful to Dr. T for showing me how to find my husband again. Jacqueline N. That's why I've created this online course, to bring our eternal love story and my groundbreaking new transdimensional grief therapy method to you, so that you can reconnect with your loved ones in spirit and start living in peace and joy again, just as your loved ones would want. In my Love Never Dies online course, I begin by sharing a bit of Jean's and my story to open your eyes to all the ways spirit speaks to us. I share examples from my own life with Jean in spirit and from people I've worked with to show you how your loved ones communicate with you through human open vessels, which are people who are especially open to spirit, and animals, both domestic and wild, who are naturally open channels to spirit. I'll show you all the ways that your loved ones in spirit attempt to communicate with you by using earthly props, such as electronic devices like electric lights, computers, and telephones. Our story will give you a sense of the ways that your loved ones are reaching out to you through dreams, mind melding, also known as thought induction, and through a nearly infinite array of signs. And don't worry, I will lay out all the signs of spirit presence so you don't miss a single one. Next, you'll overcome the false beliefs and religious teachings that block you from reconnecting with your loved ones in spirit. You'll also learn why it's untrue that reconnecting with those in spirit blocks us from moving on. On the contrary, I will show you why reconnecting is the only way to get past grief and fully re-enter your life. Why it's untrue that reconnecting prevents those in spirit from moving on, and why it's false to believe that we can't love another person while continuing to love those in spirit. I will also reveal the incorrect source of the fear that reconnecting to loved ones in spirit can open the door to the devil. You are completely safe at all times, and you'll never have to fear when it comes to communing with spirit presence. I'll also share the latest scientific findings to help you understand how spirit communication occurs. Communicating with spirit is nothing more than the sending and receiving of energetic signals, which we all do on a daily basis. The ability to extend your energetic communications to those in spirit simply involves learning how to tune to what I call the spirit channel of your brain, which is exactly what I will teach you to do in this course. You don't have to lose your loved ones. They are always with you, and I will show you how to reconnect and, if needed, make peace with your loved ones who have left the earth plane. Because I'm so passionate about helping others reconnect, just as I have with Jean, I'm offering this incredible online course for a special low price, but for a limited time only. This is not a traditional grief therapy course where we use our minds to try and understand matters of the heart. This course is an invitation for an experiential journey that leads to whole healing in body, mind, and spirit. You'll receive 8 engaging video lessons with me teaching you exactly how to reconnect and make peace, including 3 audio exercises you can download and keep. You'll also be able to attend 2 live group coaching calls with me so I can address your concerns and help you more personally. But I'm only offering these bonuses and special low price for a limited time. So begin your experiential journey back to your loved ones right now by reserving your spot today. The link to register can be found at the bottom of this page. I look forward to helping you reconnect with your loved ones in spirit.